Here is the most beautiful Big Sur nephrite apple green jade icy lens I have ever seen in my life. I've been collecting Big Sur Jade since 1984. I first went hiking along the Big Sur shoreline in 1984, and I visited Cape San Martin, Willow Creek South, Willow Creek North. I visited Jade Cove, Middle Cove, Broken Truck, Plaskett Cove, and Sand Dollar Beach. And I've acquired a large collection of beautiful jade lenses, but I have never, ever seen a specimen of this quality. And this was a dive piece. Josh Talbot dove for this at Jade Cove in about 35 feet of water. I believe it was in a clay deposit at the bottom of the ocean. And this is one of the most important artifacts ever discovered in the state of California. This jade was known by our Paleo Indians, and they made a lot of effigies out of this jade. I have a lot of nephrite Big Sur jade that have been made into these effigies. This is what I call a Paleo Story Stone Face and Mammoth effigy. And Dr. Michael Gramley just published his new Guide to Paleolithic Artifact Types of the Americas. And I'm happy to say he included my discovery of story stones, face and mammoth effigies as a Paleolithic artifact type for the Americas. And I sent him a picture of the front and back. This is the front, wait till you see the back of this piece a few days ago. And his response to me was, quote unquote, beautiful artifact. This is a mammoth facing right. That's been flaked there on the right to form the trunk. And then we have a human face with this dark area inclusion, the eye, looking up from the back of the mammoth. And that's all flaking there. That's not, has nothing to do with ocean tumbling, because when we see this side, it becomes quite obvious. This side here has a little bit of cortex or original surface left on it, which is this spot right here. This little rectangular spot just right there. That's natural, like this side. The rest of this, all of this area, all of this across here, and all the way down has been flaked by our paleo ancestors. Now that's Clovis flaking, and what this is a Clovis biface. So what we have is a Clovis biface made in apple green jade, and trust me, the Paleo Indians, they knew that this was a quality above the norm, way above. They knew this was a precious piece. Just like the Mount Shasta volcanic glass examples. This is very similar to the Clovis cash blade examples I posted on videos on my YouTube. It even has the same shape and the same flaking, but it's those are made out of beautiful periwinkle blue transparent volcanic glass from Mount Shasta, the Lady Nellie cache. This is Big Sur at its finest. And again, what we have here is an eye here. This lavender is an inclusion they use for an eye, a nose, and a mouth of a young face looking off to the right. And they also flake this out intentionally, very, very deliberate, to make that eye and nose and mouth down here, which has been flaked, of the young face facing off to the right. So we have a young face with the eye here. We could even use this for another eye. But that's the young face facing off to the right. Now when we hold it this way, we have some very cool old faces. Here's the eye of the old grimacing face with the nose and the mouth that's been flaked away right there. But then we have another one here with this, the eye, nose, and mouth. Very grimacing looking type older faces now looking off to the left. So every story stone has has images of a young human face and an old human face, and a young mammoth and a mature mammoth. And here we have the eye of a mammoth up here and its trunk coming down here. Also, this can be the eye of a baby mammoth now facing off to the right. So that's a baby mammoth now facing off to the right, oftentimes shown with an exaggerated eye as well. When we turn it over this way, now we have a mature mammoth here. This has been intentionally flaked there to form a trunk here. Now we have that mature mammoth now facing off to the left. And then on this side, we have the mammoth facing off to the right with the human face, this eye, nose, and mouth looking up from the back of the mammoth, which is typical imagery found on paleo storystone effigies. And they're, again, found all around the world by the trillions from every continent. I have them from every continent except Antarctica. And they're very common, but not in this material. This is extremely rare material. Now, this part here has been serrated from here to here. That's all serrated. It feels like a saw blade. And that's the hair on the back of the mammoth and the hair on the back of the human face. And coincidentally, the first storystone I ever discovered was at this one, first one discovered here. Let me see if I can get decent light. Here we go. This is a mammoth facing left. That's its trunk. And that was serrated all across the top there. And this is the first one discovered at Harvard Hill in the Mojave Desert, about a mile from the Calico Hills, a presumed Clovis site. And the cool part about this are the faces, because when we turn it this way, we see the eye, the nose, and the smiling mouth of a horned shaman looking left. But right below it, there's another very cool face with this, the eye that's been carved out of it, the nose, the mouth, and he's got a pipe or a gourd and a tube coming out of his mouth. And this is the eye, nose, and mouth, and something coming out of his mouth. So we have the young face on top, and we have the old face on the bottom. When I first discovered this, I sent a picture of this to Dr. Michael Gramley, and his immediate response was, don't drop it, because if you do, the spirits are going to get you. He said, wrap it in velvet and put it away in a box. And he was excited about that discovery when I first made it. But this has the same serration as the agate one that I found originally out at Harvard Hill. So this is just a fantastic, I acquired this from Kenny Camillo, who I've known since about 1984. And again, he really helped to put the Big Sur Jade on the map. So I thank him for this. And I'm just so excited about this piece. I've never seen anything like it. It's just beautiful apple green, which is very, 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 very rare for that area, especially when it's icy like this. So we have a Jade Cove, apple green, nephrite, jade lens, paleo storystone face and mammoth effigy, found at Jade Cove, Big Sur, California.